What's goody, everybody? Welcome back. This is my instant reaction to Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Before I say anything, I just want everybody to know that this series is far from over, and there's about to be a 3-game win streak by the Heat. Or they win 3 of the next 4? Yeah, either way, I still got Heat winning this in 6. I might have to push it to 7, but being down 2 games to 1 isn't really a surprise. I mean, I expected them to be down 2-0 and then win game 3 in Miami, but they won in Denver, and I think that says a lot about this Heat team. I'm not worried at all. Realistically, should the Nuggets win? Yes, but the Heat are most resilient team, and we saw that tonight. Despite it being a blowout, it wasn't really even that much of a blowout if you think about it. I mean, it was like what, 30, wait, no. Whoa. I'm off. Way off. It was like 15, maybe 12, right? I don't know. We'll see it when I check the box score. But Miami was, even when they're down 21 at that one point, like I never thought like they were going to lose until like it got to under 3 minutes, and then even then they were still like right there fighting until the last 50 seconds. I think the reason that it like collapsed was that Bam missed that mid-range jump shot, and then I was like, all right, yeah, they're done. But I think up until that moment, and I think that happened with like 50 seconds left, and it was 9 point game, and they just turned it over due to an offensive foul on Murray. Like, this Heat team ain't going away. They're not going down fighting. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic had a lifetime finals performance each, and they barely won the game. Like, I don't think people are thinking about that enough as much as they should. But those were lifetime performances. 30 points, 20 rebound, and 10 assists for Jokic, and then 30, 10, and 10 for Jamal Murray. Lifetime performances. Those are all-time finals great games. Of course, they're going to get washed out in the history books because they both did them in the same game, but that was crazy. But I also want to say Bam is the most underrated player in the NBA right now. Like, what he does defensively, as well as being like the second option that you're leaning on. He's not an offensive player. Like, if you're expecting Bam to be a second option consistently on offense, you're seriously lacking. But he's guarded Giannis, Julius Randle, who sucks. Then I don't even know who he guarded in the Boston series, but he can switch on anyone, and that just shows how good of a defender he is, really. And he can block shots, he can get steals, he can guard guards. Like, he can guard a point guard. Like, you could put him on a Jalen Brunson and he'll hold his own for a while. I mean, of course, Jalen Brunson's a really good basketball player and he'll start cooking him at a certain point. But Jokic is a talent that we're not going to see again in our lifetime. So I don't really think Bam is going to be able to stop Jokic from scoring. So if you're going to hold that against Bam, then you're delusional. Simple as that. Miami really just couldn't put the ball in the hoop tonight. They kind of just looked like the regular season Heat. I mean, Butler. Ooh, I hit my parlay, $76. Nice. We like that. But I had Butler over in points, Murray over in points, and Bam over in rebounds. Bam had his rebounds in the first half. So, yeah. Woo! And then Butler got his at the free throw line, and Murray had a 30-point game, and I only needed him to get like 26. But, anyways, besides that, Miami couldn't put the ball through the hoop. They looked like how they did in the regular season when they're the worst offense in the league. Still waiting on a vintage Jimmy Butler game, but the role players weren't really shining tonight. So, I don't know. This just was like an off game for the Heat, and they were still really competitive tonight. So I'm really not worried. Heat in 6, but let's look at the box score real quick. So if you look at the scoring summary, the Nuggets won. All right, it was 15 points. I think I was pretty close on my guess, right? I don't know. I have to check that. But besides the first quarter, Denver won every quarter. But Denver, they don't have that dog in them. Miami was really off tonight, and if they were on, I think Miami would have come back and won from being down how much they were down. But whatever. They've proven they can win in Denver, and that's much more than I can say for about half the teams. Actually, every team that Denver has faced since they've only lost one game there. But box score, Aaron Gordon, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. That's actually a pretty good game. Porter only had 2 points, so I don't really know what he was doing on the court because that's all he really can do is score and shoot the ball. But he had 0 assists. Look right there. That was his average, right? And then you get Jokic, 32, 21, and 10. He's creeping up in the top 5 centers of all time category. Too bad he's not a power forward. Like Giannis is probably a top 3 power forward all time right now, if you ask me. But because the center position is way better than the power forward position, I don't know where I can put Jokic at. But we'll definitely make some lists during the offseason. But Jamal Murray, a triple-double as well, but he had 7 turnovers. That's a little worrisome. They've been trapping him. The zone didn't shake Denver as much as they've been doing. So you can't really. So you got to give some props to Denver there, but I think Miami just had a really off night. Field goal percentage. They shot 27. Yeah, whatever. All right. The Heat. A lot of minuses in the plus minus, but Bam had 22 and 17. Most underrated player in the NBA right now, low key. I'm just going to be honest with everybody. Even when he's not scoring, he's playing winning basketball. Butler only had 2 rebounds. It seemed like he had a lot more than that, but he had 28 and 4. Still waiting on that vintage Jimmy game. I know it's coming, but just a matter of when. Kevin Love, not really needed on the court. Gabe Vincent was off. Max Strus was off. Butler was inefficient. Bam was inefficient. Like, look at it. Like, the bench was just really efficient for the Heat, I guess. But Duncan Robinson only played garbage time, really. Like, he hit 2 threes in the last 2 minutes. And then Caleb Martin finally looking like how he played in the Celtics series. And then Kyle Lowry. I'm not expecting much from him, but the Heat were really off this game shooting wise, and when they're off, they're going to struggle to win games unless Butler has a crazy game. Butler didn't have a crazy game, and they didn't shoot the 3-ball well, so all things considered, I think the Heat were looking pretty good, like judging by how bad they played. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me know your thoughts. Heat in 6, we're still rocking with it. Let's go Heat. Thanks for watching, and as always, it's been Bold Hoops with Jay Hoopa. Bye.